Today we've got a bit of a special video for you. We're over at Peter's farm. We're down with the barley. I think I've shown you before. The barley has been riddled with wild oats, and yeah, it's quite bad. You'll see it as we're driving past now. They're all sticking out the top of the crop. It's ever so dry at the moment. It's ever so it's warm as well. It's one of the hottest days of the year. It's got, they reckon, temperatures upwards of 38 to 40 degrees today. So it's going to be a warm one, but yeah, we've got a special machine in the field cutting off the tops of the oats there. But basically what it does is it cuts off everything above the barley. It takes it across on a belt. It looks like a combine header. We'll have a closer look in just a second. He's down the bottom there, and yeah, here's a heap of debris that he's took off the top. Those are all oats. We don't want those in the barley. If you're wondering what happened with the oats there, that was our fault. We didn't spray them off here. This field was particularly bad, this one. I will show you all the piles of debris. I'm going to do the drone flying from inside the cab. It's currently 36 degrees outside, pretty warm. We're going to have a little look at the problem that we've got, and that are these poking out the top. These are wild oats. They are a pain. We don't really want the oats in with the barley seed when we come to cut it with a combine. Look at the cracks. Oh my god, look at the cracks down there. Wow, I've never seen it like that before. We're pretty dry down here, and clay soil's always cracked like that, but yeah, you can see we've got a heck of a problem, especially on this bottom end of this field. This is the worst field out of the lot, but everything's got patches of oats over it. So Kevin here, he's got a machine here that scoops along the top. Looks like a little bit like a combine in terms of the header. And basically it takes all the material, cuts them off at the top of the crop, takes the material into the middle of the machine, onto a belt, and then scoops them into a bucket. And then he can actually take all of that and tip it on the headlands. When his bucket's full, he tips it on the headlands, and then we will come and we will take those away, and they will degrade in a big pile, a big compost heap. We'll make a big compost heap. Now, he did tell me where it was very, very thick with oats, it is taking some going to cut it off. But anything he takes away is going to be better than not taking it at all. If he can take 90% of the oats away for us, it's going to be a lot better than taking nothing away. So we're happy with whatever he can take away for us. Now the machine, I believe he uses for black grass as well. It's a 12-meter machine, so he has to go in between the 24-meter tram lines, which means he has to run down some of the crop. I think he said it equates to about 3% of the crop over the total field. There he is there, we'll give him a wave. Now it's very difficult for Kevin because he's in there, he's got to watch both of the wings. Look at that, look at the difference there. I know there's one or two that is pushed down, but to us that is just night and day difference to what was there. It was thick and nasty, and where it goes a bit thinner, look, you can just see it's night and day. You get one or two little bits sticking up, but I'll show you the piles in a minute. And we're going to have hell of a heap. He does it very accurately, and he doesn't take any of your barley. Look, these are the ones that he's cut off, look. Cut, 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 cut. And if you've got black grass there as well, it'll take the black grass away for you as well. Let's have a look at that. That is a hell of a machine. Now each wing has got a hydraulic wheel on it. Look at that, where he's just been there. Wow, that's so impressive. Good, he's going to tip one out now for us. Let's have a little look. The machine's made by Zurn. I think they're made in Germany. You can see the elevator that takes it up, scoops it into the bucket. So all your nasty seeds that might reseed next year, they're all taken away, and we will come and clean these piles up. Look at that. Look at the amount of material there. All of that would have been back in the field to regrow again. All of his lines are set to GPS, so it's nice and accurate across the field.
I think about all the years I made up, and I think I'm running out of time. Don't want a day when I say goodbye now, 'cause you leave a shiver down my spine. Don't let me fall to the ground so heavily, 'cause I recall what you go through easily. Just let me know where we head in this reverie, and I will stay. Don't mind the wait, I won't play. Don't like the game, 'cause I will stay, and I will wait for you. 'Cause I will stay, and I will wait for you. I know you're wrong, 'cause you're scared of loving, but baby, right now I'm too. Don't want a day when you say you're done now, 'cause you leave me crying over you. Don't let me fall to the ground so heavily, 'cause I recall what you go through easily. Just let me know where we head in this reverie, and I will stay. Don't mind the wait, I won't play. Don't like the game, 'cause I will stay, and I will wait for you. 'Cause I will stay, and I will wait for you. 'Cause I will stay, and I will wait for you. I'll be waiting, I'll be waiting for you. 'Cause I will stay waiting for you, and I will wait for you.
Right, so pretty clear to see where he's been and where he hasn't. And look at that, look at the difference. You can see all the green here. I notice it where his tractor runs, it doesn't get every last bit just under where the track. I think the tractor must push it down underneath the knives, but everywhere else is just a million times better. And the fact that we can remove this is just a godsend to us, really. It's not going to get every last tiny bit out, it's not going to do that, but it is going to take the bulk of it away for us, and that's what we want it to do. I'm pretty pleased with the job it's doing. That is warm out here now. If you'd like a little bit more information, or you'd like Kevin's details, search for Pasture Care on Facebook and you will find him on there. So Yeah, that's a Zurn top cut. Apparently there's only one of those in the country, so it's quite a unique machine. The front looks very much like a combine. These are little brushes there. They just brush everything onto the knives. Double knives. They're not serrated, they're more, apparently they cut better non-serrated versions. Then the belt brings everything into the middle. Then there's a centre belt which chucks everything into the tub at the back. And then once the tub's full, he turns it on the headland and tips it all out. Are they going to do a bigger one, do you reckon?
Nah. It would be too difficult. It would be, the fields aren't level enough.
No.
And if you look at how much trouble I'm having here, trying to get from one end of the field, I mean, this is a serious problem, obviously.
So a lot, when you're going along then, are you constantly adjusting these wings?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the middle.
Oh, and the middle as well, so
Yes.
both ends?
So it'll adjust in the middle and both ends.
Oh,
so
right.
between
And the
that,
other wing as well, so you're doing 4 ends?
no, the middle does both middles.
Oh, I got you.
And 2 outside edges.
Right, so yeah, so 3 operations.
Yeah, which doesn't sound like a lot.
No.
But then sometimes you've got to make a decision between taking a bit of crop and missing a lot of blackgrass.
Yes.
You know, and probably the worst crop I went to this year was oats, and then put the fertiliser on the environmentally sensitive setting for the headland, so it hadn't fertilised the outside meter, so that was about 6 inches off the ground, and closer to the tractor it's about 4 foot off the ground.
Right.
So that was nearly mission impossible. Yeah, there's a lot goes on.
Is this new to you this year, is it?
I bought it last September, but obviously I didn't use it until May.
Oh, right.
So it just sat in the shed, costing me finance money,
Yeah.
and looking at me all winter.
Right.
And then thankfully, I got very ill, so I hadn't done much time to get organised or anything. And Tank here very kindly made me a very beautiful and very adaptable, and as it turned out, very good because it was unboltable and changeable between machines, the drawbar for the caravan.
Oh, right, okay.
Which I've taken off since last visit.
Yeah.
Because up until like I came to your place,
Yeah.
it hadn't caused any problems at all, but because the crop's gone more brittle now, it did start knocking a bit over.
Right.
But the rest of the season, it's been absolutely fine.
So we're getting towards the end of the season for you. Obviously, your people
Yeah,
start
I've got to
cutting.
finish your job
Yeah.
and another job, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether your job's just one full day or whether it's just going to carry on going. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Some of these thicker bits there, it has started. They've started to fall over.
Yeah.
And they've took the crop with them.
Right.
So bearing them on, the barley's a little way off harvest at the minute.
Yeah. I was just saying to the man here, the only bit that sort of it struggles with is the centre bit where
Yes.
the tractor pushes it down a bit.
Yeah. So normally it's fine because normally I'm going faster.
Right.
And also the wild oats are not normally about. Christ, how tall are some of those when you stand them up?
That's thick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally things aren't as bad as that.
No.
So actually what normally happens is I'm going at a reasonable speed,
Yeah.
the stuff bends down, goes underneath the tractor, and as it comes out the back it flicks into the knife,
Right. Yeah.
so it does a much better job. But obviously when you're going really slowly,
Oh,
that can't happen, and I
No.
can't go faster because you've got a crop I'm trying to gather in.
Yeah.
Wind
Okay.
direction
So how's it
today
feeling?
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. It's
But you
got-
noticed I'm coming this way with the thick stuff and down that way with the thin stuff. Yeah, I'm
Something-
worried. See, I don't like this. I don't think this looks good enough. In my heart, I don't think this looks. I'm not happy with it.
No.
But I can't get it to go any better.
No. But for us, you know, compared to what was there, it's a massive improvement for us.
Oh yeah, but it's.
The heaps of material tell a story.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know, I just want it clean, tidy, and make it look like
Yeah.
there's no wild oats, and I can't achieve that. here.
That's the perfect finish, isn't it?
And
But-
also, I've got to be a bit careful with the barley because some of it is already nicked over, like that.
Yeah.
If I just touch that, those 2 ears are on the floor.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was a stood-up wheat thing, it means I take 2 bits of wheat off the top and nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's a very good machine.
Yeah.
I take my hat off to who sat down and made what we've got in front of us.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that I want adapted, and I definitely will have before next season, whether
Okay.
Zurn are on board or not on board.
Okay.
Like these wheels here, there's no protection. So if that drops into a crack in the field
Yeah.
or a big tram line,
Yeah.
what happens is the wing bends like that until it lets go, which is
Right.
not ideal because that's why we just had to swap the other wing. But I mean, there is suspension,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help it when it hits something that's dead straight.
No.
So the suspension is good, but it's not good enough. And also, as you go for lower crops, you're bending it forward and bending it forward and bending it forward, and these little plates here get caught on the ground.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
Whereas apparently the French people want the leg to be angled
Forward.
like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So that's one thing. It's got to have a tracking drawbar for next year. Because if you notice, when I'm going up and down the field in a straight line, it's not too bad at all.
No.
Whereas it's where you're doing all the turning and stuff,
Yeah.
which is why I much prefer having a telehandler out in the field. Because like because it's quite such a length between the drawbar and the tractor.
Yeah.
For me to get in a straight line to go back onto the hedge,
I see what you mean, yeah.
I'm knocking I'm knocking down a lot more crop.
Right.
I probably knock over more crop when I turn at the end than I do when I drive down the whole length of the field, I'd imagine. Or at least that's how it feels. And actually, what I'm doing there, where I've done it one way and then turn around the other way, is because I can't get from one end to the other without emptying.
No. Yeah.
So at that point, I have to make a decision.
Yeah.
So sometimes what I'll do is chop it down to half height, tip that bin up, turn around and go back the other way and fill up the bin again.
Yeah. Yeah, because I noticed you got to about here and it was full, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
then you have to pick her up.
Then I've got to make decisions like, do I keep trying to cram it in? Sometimes if I haven't filled up the back, I can lift it up and flick a bit more to the back.
Yeah.
Or do I just give up and drive to
So
the end?
that elevator is controllable as well, is it? It's got a pitch on it.
Its pitch is alters with the height of the cutter bar,
Yeah.
but its speed and where it is in relation, it comes in and out.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
If you notice, when it starts filling up, the belt I'll start going a lot faster,
Yeah.
because it will just catch a little bit at the top of the heap and hopefully fill up the back of the bin.
Right.
Whereas if I forget, it will just about whiz it over the back of the hopper.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
But the oats themselves, because there's so many of them and they're so long,
Yeah.
that's caused me, if you notice in a few places, and you'll definitely notice when you're combining, they call me all sorts of horrible names. Some places, the crops come off the front of the belt and gone underneath. You
Yeah.
just can't physically move it up higher quick
No,
enough.
no. I noticed that with the drone. When you're in the real
And I hate
thick
seeing
bits,
that.
we're a bit naughty filming you on that sort of, you know, it's not fair to the machine because you're
That
asking
will be,
too
I'm very
much.
tired now.
You're asking too much of the machine there, really, aren't you? But
Well,
it's
yeah.
taking, you know, it's doing the bulk of it, which is what we wanted.
Yes.
We weren't going to do it any other way, were we? Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing, there was no second option. Once you missed out on the chemical option, which a lot of people did because of the way the spring went,
Yeah.
there was no next option, was there?
No, no.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah. You were saying to me about the reel, weren't you?
Yeah, trying to make my mind up what to do with it, because sometimes in wild oats I put it up higher,
Yeah.
but then once the knife blocks, it's no good. But I think making it hydraulically controllable will be a step too far for everyone.
So that doesn't come up and down on it. You can't control.
No,
it?
I've just got to adjust them bottle screws at the back, so it's not like a combine.
No. I see. And I bet each type of crop is preferable.
No,
where you
most
want it.
things want it close.
You want it close?
Yeah. But the wild oats, to be honest, wild oats, everyone thinks, oh, they're dead easy because they're way above the crop. But actually, because they're 2 foot above the crop, they present their own issues.
And this man here, he's been keeping you going, has he?
Tank, yeah.
He's the man
He's
for
my
the job.
Spiritual, mechanical,
He's the guru.
and emotional guidance.
He gets you going if it all goes wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Anything that's really ugly, Tank has to turn up for.
Yeah.
But for a machine that's straight out, no one's used the machine as much as we have, we don't think.
No.
From what Zurn is saying, we've been in some pretty horrible places,
Yeah.
and it is still mostly, you know, it's not. They're probably 90% of the way there. It's just 10% that it's not there. It's really important,
Yeah.
I would say. But they are listening, so
Yeah, exactly. And there'll be improvements, won't they? Every year there'll be improvement. They'll
hope so.
Yeah. So.
especially if it's retrofitted to mine, and I'll have to buy a new one for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You want to be the guinea pig, don't you? You want to test all the bits
Yeah, I
out.
think that's happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for stopping and
That's all
having
right,
a chat with us. That's it's an interesting machine, that's for sure, isn't it? Right, that was nice to speak to Kevin there. Yeah, obviously a new machine and they're still trying different things on it. So I hope Zurn are going to listen to those guys because they're the ones using it in the field. And it sounds like there's obviously little things they could be changing here and there, which is always the case with new kit. You know, you don't get it right first time every time. But have a look down that field where he's been. That is a night and day difference to what it was. Turn these things down. These are the piles of materials that are coming off. And you know, that would have all ended up in the combine. So I know he's not quite happy with the perfect job of getting every last smidge, and you know, as farmers, that's what we're like. We want to get every last smidge. But it's doing, I think it's doing a more than acceptable job. can tell, you can see the rows that he hasn't been down versus the rows that he has. He hasn't been down this row, and then the next row here, he has been down low, and that is night and day difference. And these fields were very bad. It's a bit unfair giving him these fields to, you know, push his machine on, because they were terrible. You know, the oats were terrible in there. But look at the piles he's getting rid of, and yeah, we're happy. So. Yeah, wish him all the best with that. He's going to continue around the farm here. I think the farmer's going to have everything done here, I think. And yeah, we'll see what it's like next year. And the other guy there was actually the man that used to work on our old John Deere telehandler, the one that was a bit quick on the hydraulics. The farmer talked about that in a telehandler video a few years ago. If you go back through the videos of the telehandler talk, they talk about a John Deere telehandler that we all loved, and he used to work on it. And I am burnt to a crisp. It is 39 degrees outside, terribly hot. I've got some bales to take home, so we're gonna sit in the aircon now, and that's gonna finish up the day. Hope you enjoyed that. A different machine, a rare machine. Apparently there's one other one in the country, they were telling me. So yeah, quite a rare machine. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.